Today we honor the House of Lion that started it all. Welcome to LEGO Tavern Talk. The Lion Knights, or the Crusaders, are one of the oldest LEGO Castle factions, and they have a long and complicated history. 1984 was a year of change for the LEGO group and the castle theme. It ushered in the age of factions. Instead of random knights, two new factions emerged, unified under the banners of the bird and a lion. As you can probably guess, this was our first glimpse of the Black Falcons and the Lion Knights. However, these factions did not have names right away. Instead, they were marketed as a way of building your own kingdom, or building your own medieval adventures. In countries like Canada and Australia, these factions started getting referred to as the Lion Crest and the Eagle Crest. The first wave of the theme featured 6 sets, including a battle cart, a supply wagon, a jousting set, the King's Castle, and 2 wall elements that could be attached to the castle. The faction even had variations of their crest. The iconic line was sometimes gold and sometimes blue, and some knights bore shields with crossed axes. You know, one of the shields actually looks like my shirt from Brick Monarch Shop. If you want a shirt just like this, or other Lion Knights merch, go to the link down below and use code BRICKING10 at checkout to get 10% off your order. Between 1985 and 1991, 19 more sets were released featuring the Crusaders. As new elements and prints were produced, the faction's look began to change. In 1991, another interesting change was made. That year, LEGO magazines combined the Crusaders and the Black Knights under one banner. The red and yellow banner featured both the Crusaders' lion and the Black Knight's dragon. This unified faction was merely referred to as Castle, or the King's Knights, in the US, with the Europeans version being referred to as Castle Residents in Switzerland, or Castle People in the UK. In this time period, both the Crusaders and the Black Knights were shown working together to battle the Forest Men. The truce lasted for a year, and led to the world of Castle that we are familiar with today. In 1992, LEGO magazines gave official names to the 4 of the 5 original Castle factions: the Crusaders, Wolfpack, Forestmen, and the Black Knights, with the Black Falcons only appearing in a few sets alongside the Black Knights. However, this would be the last year we'd see a Crusaders base set. After 1992, Crusaders joined the ranks of the Black Falcons as a reminder of a different era in the LEGO Castle universe. As the era of the Dragon Masters came about, the Crusaders would be replaced with a new Lion faction, the Royal Knights. After this, many different Lion factions would appear, making Castle fans think the Crusaders' story was over. However, like the Black Falcons, the Crusaders would return in modern times. In 2016, a GWP set featured a Crusader in classic form. This seemed like a one-time deal for many classic Castle fans, and there seemed to be little chance of future sets releasing for this faction. That would all change in 2022, with the release of Lion Knights Castle, celebrating the LEGO Group's 90th anniversary. This also officially changed the name of the Crusaders to the Lion Knights. The name was not the only update the faction would receive. The Lion Knights crest was given an overhaul, and the minifigures were designed to have a more realistic take on the classic armor and tabards. The crossed axes of the past were converted to a shield. The Lion Knights Castle was the ultimate love letter to the LEGO Castle fans, and restored the Lion Knights' presence among the contemporary LEGO themes. In 2023, their torso did return, and LEGO stores built a minifigure tower. Now that you got a better understanding of their history, let's dive into the lore of the Lion Knights, a tale that spans many generations. Starting with 1984's original Lion Knights faction, we were introduced to Sir Richard. Sir Richard is often referenced in UK LEGO magazines and was also featured in 6021 Jousting Knights, where regional variations reveal that these two contesting champions are Sir Richard and the Black Knight. 6068 King's Castle is also known as Sir Richard's home in the UK, suggesting he rules this mighty fortress and the land around it. I can only assume this is a reference to King Richard the Lionheart, a fitting inspiration for the Lion Knights. Sir Richard and his men defined the first generation of the Lion Knights. Sir Richard fairly ruled over the prosperous and peaceful land, getting along with the Black Falcons and their leader, the Black Knight. Instead of war, they would challenge each other to jousting matches, and even aid each other in battle against rogues and evil forces. However, the Black Knight was treacherous and attempted to steal treasure from Sir Richard. A Captain Indigo comic strip even reveals the Black Knight had plotted to capture Sir Richard and take over his land. The Forcemen wisely observed all the political intrigue from the safety of their forced hideouts, preferring to keep to themselves and wait for better opportunities. Peace would return after the Black Knight went mad. According to the Lion Knights Castle, ah yes, the amber. I remember when the Black Knight first cast his eyes upon it. In the end, It drove him mad. With the death of the Black Knight, the Black Falcons became peaceful once again, and the Black Knight faction began to form. Sir Richard and the Black Knight began to fade into history, replaced with a queen that may be connected to the King of the Lion Knights. Maybe King Richard's wife or his daughter. It is possible that Sir Richard was killed in battle, as he is missing from 6081 King's Castle, despite the reference to him in the set's name. As the Forestmen became emboldened and openly battled other factions, peace was once again disturbed in the land. Riches and princesses were prone to being captured by those rogues and forced the Lion Knights and the Black Knights to join forces under one king and fight back. Not long after this alliance, something happened. My guess was the king who brought the two factions together died. The two factions turned against one another, resulting in all-out war in the kingdom. The Lion Knights would be reorganized into the Crusaders, the bravest knights in the kingdom, protectors of the innocent, and the keepers of justice. According to a LEGO magazine, the Crusaders story would fade into history as they fought against the forces of the Black Knights, Forestmen, Wolfpack, and what remnants were left of the Black Falcons. Jumping ahead in time, we pick up the Lion Knight story in the Lion Knights 90th anniversary castle. With peace restored in the kingdom, the Crusaders have returned to their old monarchy of the Lion Knights. While the Wolfpack have been pushed out of the realm, a bell is present within the castle to warn the townsfolk if the Wolfpack marauders should one day return. The Lion Knights have also prepared for the return of the Dragon Masters. The instructions provide insights into their defenses, stating, "These large stones will come in handy. We can drop them through the matriculation should the Dragon Army ever approach our back gate." It is possible the Dragon Army is an actual reference to the Black Knights, but that is a tale for another time, my friends. The Lion Knights have encountered the Fright Knights, with another note wondering, what's this odd letter here on the table, and with Lord Basil's seal on it? The Forestmen have become honorable outlaws, and do seem to be more friendly with the Lion Knights. However, they do cause some mischief still. The Lion Knights appear to have found peace with the Black Falcons. Here we can see them being welcomed in with a note saying, "Looks like we'll be having some visitors from the House of Black Falcon. Hopefully the cook has something good in the oven." Another note elaborates on this, stating that the Black Falcons' age-old rivalry with the Lion Knights appears to be at its end. These fearsome warriors approach the Lion Knights' castle not for the first time, though now they come as friends. For how long will this unprecedented period of tranquility prevail? The Lion Knights are now led by a queen. Her name is possibly Leonie, a detail we can infer from the instructions where it reads, "So lovely to see the banner of the House of Leonie flying in the breeze." Now all will know the ruler of these lands. It is possible Queen Leonie is actually one of the princesses seen in earlier Lion Knights entries. Queen Leonie is faithfully supported by the new House of the Lion. Her knights have earned a favorable reputation according to the set box, stating that few great houses command as much respect as the Knights of the Lion. Renowned for their courage, they serve their lady with great honor. Their bravery and their mastery of the longbow ensures the lady's rule remains unchallenged. And while the Lion Knight story is long, it doesn't seem like it's over yet. The Lion Knights / Crusaders have been a staple of the LEGO Castle community and are beloved by many. With an intricate history and many sets related to them, the Lion Knights set a standard that future Lion factions would be held to even to this day. And with that, it's time to join Queen Leonie with some feasting in the Great Hall. Enjoy this time of peace, traveler, while it lasts. I can guarantee there'll be plenty more battles to see in the future. But we'll save that pint of knowledge for the next LEGO Tavern Talk.